That's the problem with dating in 2025.
Cinderella took off one shoe and found love. You took off all your clothes and couldn't find love.
Gotcha, bitch.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
You guys didn't even fail college. You didn't fail a business first. Like most people go, I need to be a stripper to pay for college. No, you guys were like, I'm going to turn 18 and do OnlyFans. Yay. But now I can't find a husband. And then you're crying about it. I just don't get it.
But I'm trying to wrap my head around how us women were really brainwashed to believe that we were sticking it to the patriarchy by showing off all of our skin and making ourselves super available for sex, where we're going to have sex with you if we feel like it. No commitment needed. You don't have to do anything for us. We're just going to do it. And that's how we're going to stick it to the men. The men won. They won.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Ron, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So, video today, man. Y'all saw the videos in the intro. I want to do a little bit of analysis myself, to some degree, because I've always found it interesting how women have become more promiscuous than ever, but not only do they still demand, well, it seems like they all want some form of a traditional man, regardless of how promiscuous or complete opposite that they are. But just the sheer fact that so many of them are like shocked to see that men don't want to take them seriously, due to the fact that maybe they did sleep around a lot, or maybe they got into some type of profession that involves pretty much selling their looks or their body for that matter. And I just always just found it amusing why these women are like crying to the internet that they can't find any man to take them seriously. It's like you're either that in denial, that naive, or you're just that selfish. But anyway, apparently the women are recognizing this too, and they're seeing this as well, and even they're clueless as to how other women think that this shit is going to work. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
If I hear another joke about a female loneliness epidemic, I will laugh my fucking ass off. You guys were given 1 ounce of freedom, told you guys can be content creators, you can be fitness influencers, and most of you jumped immediately to doing porn. You guys didn't even fail college. You didn't fail a business first. Like most people go, I need to be a stripper to pay for college. No, you guys were like, I'm going to turn 18 and do OnlyFans. Yay. But now I can't find a husband. And then you're crying about it. I just don't get it.
Oh, yo, because when I first saw that video, I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely showing this to the people. But it also reminded me of a video that I reacted to a while back. A lot of y'all are probably familiar with the one OF model that made like 43 million or something a year. The other year, Sophie Rain, I believe that's her name. Attractive girl, don't get me wrong, but the video clip that I came across was her complaining about dating, and her complaint is that I can't find a man that doesn't know who I am, which is translation for I can't find a man that will accept what I am and what I do for a living. And I'm thinking to myself, how can you expect men not to know who you are when you made you made more in a year than a lot of the biggest name athletes in the world? You know what I mean? You've been seen with celebrity artists. I remember one time she was doing a TikTok with NLE Chopper, which I thought was weird, because I was thinking and on top of all that, this woman claims to be a virgin. That's just a little bit too much. Yeah, good luck with
But
that.
I'm trying to wrap my head around how us women were really brainwashed to believe that we were sticking it to the patriarchy by showing off all of our skin and making ourselves super available for sex, where we're going to have sex with you if we feel like it. No commitment needed. You don't have to do anything for us. We're just going to do it. And that's how we're going to stick it to the men. The men won. They won. Because we tried to stick it to them and tell them and show them how powerful we are and whatever by making ourselves more accessible to them and giving ourselves away freely to them. Like, what level of brainwashing did we go through? They won! They won!
And you know what? Deep down, I think as a group, women are aware of this, and this is one of the reasons why you're starting to see more and more women become very transactional in the dating market, to the point where it's basically coming off as prostitution at this point. You mean, I just did a video a few months back, maybe about a month ago, of a brother that went viral for starting the bread and buns trend. I'm like, and to be honest with you, I think part of the reason why that bread and buns trend got so much motion is just due to how transactional women are nowadays. So, I mean, it's really no surprise. I mean, like, even with it being transactional, or more women being willing to sell the box, for a few dollars, I mean, that's men still winning at the end of the day, because the getting commitment from men is what women should be striving for, because that's what men value, because that's what we control access to. And if men can get sex continuously without ever having to give up commitment, then yeah, the men are definitely winning. So, I mean, I'm not shaming women for being promiscuous, because I like to get mines too. But you can't be promiscuous and complaining about not getting anything serious.
A lot of women have fumbled a good man just because they let their whole friends coach them right into stupidity. Taking advice from somebody that doesn't even have a healthy relationship is fucking insane. Your bitter, lonely ass can't keep a man as friend coached you into leaving this good man that you have, and you actually listened. And a lot of the times, ladies, y'all do not be paying attention to the signs. 9 times out of 10, this is coming from the friend that was probably in his inbox before y'all started talking, but he never wanted her and he chose you, and she's jealous behind that. A friend that wants the kind of relationship you have, and she's jealous of your relationship, and she don't want to see you happier than her. Or a friend that's waiting for y'all to break up, so at the hindsight of y'all breakup, she could jump right in his DM and hop right up on it. Yeah. Then what pisses me off is that y'all don't take advice from the friend you're supposed to take advice from. You're not taking advice from your friend Lisa that graduated Harvard, been fucking married since her early 20s, 10 years plus married, successful marriage, got kids, career, a good life, and all that. Her advice goes in through one ear and out the other. You'd rather take advice from Victoria that lives on the 3rd floor, that's a dropout, is out here surviving off of child support checks, welfare checks, cup waters, hot Cheetos, and motherfucking pickle juice. Yeah, you see how crazy that sounds? Stop letting your fucking whole ass friends trick you out your spot from a good man's life. No funny shit.
Jesus can't save these hoes. Why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
And it's funny that she mentioned those scenarios, because it'll be the men. It'll be the men that'll tell the girl, like, nah, I don't want you around your single friends like that, because he see what type of time they on. Only to turn around and find out that your friends are actually trying to get you to break up with him because they want a piece too. Yo, that's funny as hell, bro. Because they'll be quick to call a man insecure, like, oh, no, blase, blase. I'm like, yeah, little do you know, whole time your friends want me too. Funny as hell.
Let's talk about what dating is like as an OF girl. When I made my decision to join this industry, that was definitely something I was scared of, is like, what's it gonna be like dating? Am I gonna be able to find a boyfriend, a husband? Like, what's gonna happen? Honestly, I decided, why would I make a decision about a man who doesn't even exist in my life and that the right guy won't care? I originally thought, oh, it'll be easy to just lie, say like social media and marketing is my job and hope they don't ask any other questions. But like, that also dismisses my job and all the work that I put into it. And like, my job's fucking cool. So obviously I don't want to just like dim it down to something it's not. Now, let's get into some of the reactions I've received since telling guys that I'm talking to. I've gotten, why won't you sleep with me then? Can I be in one of your videos? No big deal, I've dated a ton of OF girls. How much money do you make? That's a big one that like anyone asks me, which I get where they're coming from. People are curious. But also when you're on your first coffee date and they're like, so what are your earnings? So does doing this job make dating a little bit more difficult? Yes. Though the right person won't be upset, they'll be supportive. Now I'll leave you with a question. Would you date someone who does OF?
No, but if both of us are single and consenting adults, I'd be more than happy to shoot some content with her. But in all seriousness, I'm really getting sick and tired of hearing this. But this is the common theme that I hear from women that are involved in this type of line of work. The man that's for me won't care what I do. He'll just be supportive. Women that are getting their cheeks clapped by other men, they say the exact same thing. And it just blows my mind, because I guarantee you, ask these same women that say that and put them in a scenario where the roles are reversed and the men are uttering the same words verbatim, and I guarantee you most of these women are not going to be okay with it. If a man came on the internet and said, I do corn for a living, or I got X amount of girlfriends for a living, and I'm looking for a wife, and the girl or the wife, the woman for me will be okay with it and support it, and bruh, that man will have so much hate in the comments from other women, it wouldn't make any damn sense, bro. But these women turn around and say the same shit with a straight face, like that shit is okay. But it's like, y'all know it ain't, because if the roles were reversed, most of y'all wouldn't accept it. So why the fuck do y'all even come on here talking like that? It's ridiculous.
In your 20s, like, who the fuck wants to get married and settle down? I want to feel the thrill. I want to be getting my head bashed in the mattress, and then I want to be getting ghosted the next day. I want to have my heart ripped out of my chest, and I want to do it all over again.
If we go on a date and you don't pay for the first date, I probably won't see you again, because I think that you're tight. And I know that sounds really rude, but I will always offer, every first date I've ever been on, I've offered. If you take me up on that offer, ick.
I actually get guys coming up to me quite often on the street, but I've told my girlfriends that there's kind of like a rule. So it's always the weird ones who come up and talk to you. Mm-hmm. Most of the time I give them my number, but I know from right off the bat that I'm not interested, and then I just let things kind of fizzle out. At some point they get the memo. I personally feel bad rejecting people on the spot.
When a woman is attracted to a man, she will remove as many obstacles or obstructions to that relationship as possible, which basically means she's going to be available, she's not going to be difficult, she's going to work with the logistics that work for him, she's going to come to him on his time. Like, she's going to do as much as she can to make it easy for her to fit into that man's life. On the whole, makes that relationship less expensive for that man, etc., which also on the whole makes it more likely that he will move forward with that relationship. Flip side of that, if a woman doesn't really like you, like you're not potentially her best option, but she considered entering into a relationship with you, she's going to want more. Whether she's conscious of it or not, she's expecting to be compensated for the opportunity cost of not spending her time and giving a relationship to men that she might prefer. So the guys that women like less end up paying more. They have to give the commitment. They have to go out of their way. They have to make grander gestures.
She sells herself for the price of a KFC bargain bucket, yet she expects special treatment from men. The only guys who would seriously date an OnlyFans girl are the simps.
You poor, deluded fools!
There you have it, guys. Straight out of the horse's mouth. They want to get pumped and dumped. They want to be ghosted. So women are getting what they ask for.
True dat.
This is why men can't be bothered with women any longer. They take, demand, and constantly want things from men, yet they give nothing in return.
It's a waste of time.
She feels bad rejecting men on the spot, so she gets their hopes up instead and makes them believe they're going to date her. Then eventually, their hopes turns into rejection, and their rejection turns into resentment. After watching women exposing themselves about how they treat men, why would any man want to take them seriously?
It's so useless!
In 2025, men already know that women chase after the top 5% of men. They make exceptions for Chad Rohn and make the average guy jump through hoops just to get a hug. No wonder why men have started walking away from women. Men are not ignorant any longer.
I don't fall for that shit anymore.
The main point we can take from this video is women are not the sweet, caring and innocent people we have been led to believe. Modern women are entitled, self-centered, promiscuous and vain. Thanks to social media, women have exposed their true nature to men over and over again. This is the reason why men ghost women and don't take them seriously for relationships.
They're lost!
Real men of genius.
And really what got me out of it was my husband. My husband and my son changed my life.
All of a sudden, Mr. Right came into my life, and I hated him.
The documentary opens with people working regular jobs. Nothing shocking about their titles, but if you didn't recognize their faces, you'd never know they were once adult entertainers.
No one comes into this business to want to be normal on the back end of it. Nobody thinks that it's going to end. If you jump on a merry-go-round, you hope the ride never ends. I don't think many of them can spell the word future. I don't think they did this as a short-term investment in their own future, but they burned out.
After Prawn Ends takes us inside the lives of retired performers, presenting what looks like a story of redemption. But what if it's not redemption at all? What if it's a story of codependency, a cycle where freedom turns into reliance and empowerment becomes dependency rebranded? Because for most of these women, their so-called salvation came the same way, through the emotional and financial support of men.
If you're looking for a long career in the business, you're probably looking in the wrong place. The average girl might be good for 2 years, 2 to 3 years tops for the average girl. If you're lucky and you're one of the few superstars, not very many of those, okay, then maybe you get, 6, 7 years, 8 years. And if you play your cards right and do your financial thing right, then you can, make some money and set yourself up.
At the end of the day, this is a profession, one of the oldest in human history. These women use the money to pay their bills, survive, or chase that short burst of fame. But like Randy West said, this career has an expiration date, 2 to 3 years on average, 7 if you hit the jackpot. But even for those who do, the price tag is permanent.
I was working for a builder, a home builder here, and corporate came to my community and shut the doors and said, we need to talk to you. Someone recognized you, we know who you are, and you are too recognizable, and we're too conservative of a company, and we're gonna have to let you go.
There isn't that much of a future after the X-rated industry because somehow, somewhere, somebody will find you. The famous line I used to say to anybody walking into my office when I ran the biggest agency, what are you gonna do 10 years from now when your kid brings home a magazine with you laying in the middle of it with a candle shoved up? You gonna tell them you're playing a part of a birthday cake? It doesn't go away.
You can take every other category, every other idea, every other thought. Basically, happiness and success in life all boils down to what are the quality of your bonds with other people. Having anything to do with the adult industry hacks away those bonds, so you're isolated, alienated, pushed away to the margins and not treated as a human being. That's a recipe for disaster for me and for anyone else.
It is legal work.
Now, that last part is something that I think doesn't get talked about enough, and there's definitely some light that need to be shed on it, because I remember, and I want you guys to do this too if you ever get a chance to, look up on YouTube the deaths of porn actresses. And when I tell you, when you see that most of them are going to be drug overdoses or self deletions, that right there will tell you that what that last brother just said is 100% true. Because if it's one thing that we have all learned in this space is that women are social creatures, far more social than men. So when you strip that away from a woman due to her profession, it's definitely gonna take a toll on her, bro. And I'm like, and you got women in the profession currently, they're experiencing that as well. That's why so many of them are coming on the internet complaining about not being able to find a boyfriend or a relationship, or for that matter, I think it has more so to do with them finding a man that they actually like and respect. Because the type of man that is going to accept them 9 times out of 10 is not going to be the type of man that they really like or respect. They're just going to deal with him because he's okay with what you do for a living. That's why, like the girl said, the man for me won't care and he'll support me. Yeah, but 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be the man that you really want or that you really desire or even attracted to. That's why I tell women like that, if y'all get in that line, y'all might as well just date one of y'all fans or something. Because those are the only men, those are the only type of men that are going to accept. And even some of those men aren't going to be accepting of it. They're just going to act like they're okay with it because they want access too. But I ain't going to go there and go on a long ass rant. Y'all let me know what you think about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's what the algorithm that helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel as well as the live show channel. Both links are in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.